What actually happens if you drink lemon water every day for 90 days? Drinking lemon water is possibly one of the easiest health habits anyone can do. I do it on a daily basis. When it's done consistently, it supports far more than you'd expect from something so simple. But the benefits don't all show up right away. They show up in a very specific order that often surprises people. I've seen the same pattern repeated across tens of thousands of people who have completed our challenges, many of whom made lemon water a daily habit. The first changes are subtle, then they begin to compound. And by the time you hit the 90-day mark, you start seeing noticeable shifts in how your body handles digestion, energy, and recovery from day to day. So let me walk you through what changes you can expect week by week, what's happening inside your body as those changes stack, and the small things that make a big difference in whether you actually feel the benefits. Now, during the first week, the biggest changes happen in how your body prepares for the day, especially in the morning. If digestion is sluggish in the morning, the whole day feels off. Most people wake up slightly dehydrated. While you sleep, you lose water through breathing and sweating. So when you wake up, your body volume is lower and your system hasn't been replenished yet. When that happens, your brain often misreads the signal. Instead of you need water, it feels like hunger or cravings or low energy. That's why mornings are when people feel foggy, snacky, or like they need food right away. Now, this is where lemon water starts helping almost immediately. First, it improves hydration in an important way. Lemon adds minerals and acidity that help your body use the water you're drinking. So hydration actually works instead of just passing straight through. And as hydration improves, one of the first things people notice is fewer hunger signals in the morning. That constant urge to snack or grab something sweet starts to quiet down. At the same time, lemon water triggers an early digestive response. The sour taste sends a signal through the nervous system that digestion is coming. That signal reaches the liver and the gallbladder and stimulates bile release, getting it moving. Now, bile is essential for digesting fat. Its job is to break fat into smaller particles so then your body can absorb it. So if bile doesn't flow, fat doesn't go. But when bile shows up early, fat digestion works better right away. That's why some people notice meals feel easier within just a few days. Lemon water also increases saliva and stomach acid production. Those are the first steps of digestion. When they're working properly, food breaks down earlier instead of sitting and fermenting in the gut. That reduces bloating later on. And as bile flow and digestion improve together, bowel movements often start becoming more regular. Fat plays a major role in stool timing and stool consistency. And when fats are digesting properly, digestion tends to move more predictably. Now, once hydration and digestion are working more smoothly, the next changes show up in how your body handles blood sugar. This usually becomes noticeable during the second or third week of regular lemon water. Every time you eat carbohydrates, they're broken down into sugar and released into your bloodstream. When that release happens too quickly, blood sugar rises fast. Your body responds by releasing insulin to push that sugar into your cells. If the spike is high, insulin has to work harder. And when insulin works harder, blood sugar tends to fall faster afterward. That rise and drop is what leaves people feeling tired, foggy, or hungry again not long after eating. Not to mention it blocks fat loss. Now, this is where the earlier digestive changes start paying off because lemon water has been improving how food is broken down before it reaches the bloodstream. Starches and carbohydrates are processing more gradually during digestion. So instead of sugar hitting all at once, it enters the bloodstream at a steadier pace. And then the result is blood sugar that rises more slowly and stays more even. When blood sugar is steadier, insulin doesn't have to overcorrect. And when insulin stays calmer, energy does too. This is when people often notice fewer mid-morning or afternoon crashes. It's also when cravings start feeling less intense. Sharp drops in blood sugars are one of the strongest drivers of the I need something sweet right now feeling. Now, in addition, focus often feels more consistent during this phase as well, because instead of sharp peaks and dips in attention, the day feels smoother. That's because the brain relies heavily on stable blood sugar. When glucose delivery is more steady because of lemon water, your mind feels a lot clearer. Now, the next part of the process affects something most people never expect, and it happens through the kidneys. By now, lemon water has been increasing your intake of citrate day after day. Citrate is a compound found naturally in lemon, and once it enters the bloodstream, bloodstream, a large portion of it is filtered through the kidneys. There, it plays an important role. Citrate binds to minerals like calcium and keeps them from clumping together. When minerals stay dissolved instead of sticking together, they're easier for the body to manage and excrete. That's why lemon water is often recommended for kidney stone prevention. Over time, this also supports healthier mineral balance. Calcium's handled more efficiently. Magnesium tends to stay available instead of being wasted, and that can show up as subtle improvements in circulation, subtle improvements in blood pressure. Now, this is also where iron absorption can improve a bit because vitamin C in the lemon helps your body absorb iron from plant foods. Over time, that can support energy, endurance, recovery, especially for people who don't eat much red meat. Then, after a couple of months of consistency, the changes stop being about day-to-day comfort. This is when longer-term systems start responding. One of the biggest ones is tissue repair. Vitamin C from lemon plays a role in collagen production. Collagen is the structural protein that supports skin, joints, blood vessels, and connective tissue. Your body is constantly breaking collagen down and rebuilding it, but that process only works when the raw materials are consistently available. So over time, regular lemon water helps support that rebuild cycle. This is why some people start noticing subtle changes in skin texture or firmness around this point, or improvements if you have frequent bruising or easy bruising or even wound healing. These same processes also reduce long-term wear and tear inside the body. Better hydration, less digestive stress, more stable blood sugar, improved mineral handling, all of those reduce oxidative load over time. Oxidative load is the background stress that slowly breaks down tissues. When the load is lower, the body spends less energy repairing damage and more energy maintaining structure. That's the real anti-aging effect people notice. All from a simple, inexpensive daily habit that anyone can do that makes water taste a lot better. So now you've just seen what happens when lemon water works the way it's supposed to over time. But here's the unfortunate truth. Most people who drink lemon water every day never get all of the benefits because all it takes is a few small mistakes to stop it from doing its job. That's why some people swear by lemon water and others feel like it did nothing. So in my next video, top 5 lemon water mistakes that can damage your liver, I'll show you the biggest mistakes people make when trying to use lemon water and how you can avoid them. So I'll include a link to that here. Click it to watch it next, and I'll see you there.